What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm D.Knight, and it's game time.
Cause it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Yeah, it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Can't stop my hustle. No, you can't stop my shine. I ain't come to make no friends. I just came to get what's mine.
Welcome back to the Miami Dolphins franchise rebuild in Madden NFL 20. So we lost our last two games by a landslide. The teams are just starting to smack us around. So we ended up making one big change, which if you saw the title, it is Rosen time. So Josh Rosen is going to get the start over Fitzpatrick. He is a little bit lower overall, but again, we're looking towards the future. And honestly, if I don't need to spend a first round pick on a quarterback, I would love to do that because I have the whole offensive line needs to be replaced, and our defense is dead last in the league. So we really need to make a difference, but we do have a Week 6 home game against the Washington Redskins. So let's see if we can't get this W.
Watch me flip the script like I'm day one song. Everywhere I go, I gotta hold it down. Hold up, wait, they was hating, now they on me now. Motivating, that ain't something that they know about. We ain't stressing, life's a blessing.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, where the 2-3 Redskins are visiting the 1-3 Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins having a rough year, as well as the Redskins, as both teams are seemingly rebuilding. However, Case Keenum has had a few good games and has led the Redskins to a 2-3 record. The Dolphins are actually going to be starting Josh Rosen for today's game, which they look towards the future as Ryan Fitzpatrick was just not getting it done, even though he beat the Patriots. We are going to spotlight number 86, tight end for the Washington Redskins, Jordan Reed. He had 2 touchdowns, 61 yards, 8 catches last week. Pretty much put it in the bank as he is a superstar. So as we get ready for kickoff, let's do it. As Case Keenum leads out the Redskins for the first time, he has 9 touchdowns, 3 picks, 901 yards passing. A real good season so far for the journeyman. The Redskins on offense. Trent Williams over at left tackle, Brandon Scherf there at guard. They do have Adrian Peterson with Chester Rogers. The Dolphins on defense, they are really stout. Wilkins, Kemdiche up front with McMillan, Aguavin at the linebacker spots. And then can't forget superstar Xavier Howard. Josh Rosen's coming out for the first time this season. He had 11 touchdowns, 14 picks last year with 2,300 yards for the Cardinals. He's really going to see if he can get this offense jump-started. The Dolphins on offense. Their line is very suspect, but they do have rookie Michael Dieter in there. Kalen Ballage is in for Kenyon Drake. The Redskins defense, Ioannidis and Allen on the line. They got Ryan Kerrigan and Montez Sweat there as outside linebackers. And then Josh Normans, Rogers Cromartie, and Landon Collins. So 3rd and 5 here for Keenum. He drops back, throws to his right, and it's picked off. Jerome Baker at the 20-10. He's in. Pick 6 Dolphins. They will take the lead 6-0. He just undercut that route, and he is gone. Case Keenum coming in with only 3 picks. That will be added as his 4th, as Jerome Baker saw it the whole way, stepped in front, and took it to the house. Case Keenum here, another 3rd and 5. Dropping back to pass. Looks left, he throws it, it's picked off again. Rashad Jones got some space. Can he take it all the way? Gets caught by Chris Thompson. Another telegraph throw by Keenum. That's his 2nd of the night. Now his 5th in this young season. And Rashad Jones was there the entire time. Redskins receivers just not getting any separation right now. And he almost took it all the way back, but Thompson with some good speed caught up to him. Just an ugly decision. Rosen here on the 3-yard line. He's got a handoff to Balaj. It's a rollout, and Gesicki is wide open. Touchdown. That's his first of the year, but he's really been stepping it up here in recent games as he was all alone. The Dolphins will now take a 14-0 lead. Everybody forgot about him. How do you forget about such a great pass-catching tight end? We will never know. And that is also Rosen's first touchdown of the young season, so good start for him as the Dolphins pour it on. Rosen here, 2nd and goal, drops back to the right, throws it, touchdown, Albert Wilson. I'm sorry, that's Jakeem Grant. That's his first receiving touchdown of the season. Rosen saw it all the way, a little bit behind him, but Grant makes the adjustment, makes the catch, and goes in the end zone. Redskins struggling. 21-3 now. Here comes the punt. He has a little bit of trouble with it. It's blocked. And they're going to take it back. It's now going to be 28-3 Dolphins. Bobby McCain on the recovery. Hashtag scoop and score. Minkah Fitzpatrick actually with the block. The punter had a little bit of issues corralling that snap, and it has turned into a problem for the Redskins. All right, Case Keenum, 2nd and 10, doing anything he can to try to get this team back in the game. Over the middle, it bounces up, and it's picked off. Walt Aikens, and he'll be brought down around the 50. Not exactly sure what happened there. He threw it over the middle, and it popped right up into Aikens' hands. Keenum is shaking his head. So a diving attempt. Oh, it popped off the shoulder pads of Bobby McCain. What an interesting start here for the Dolphins. Oh, real good play by Rashad Jones to bat it away. Sanders here, field goal attempt, and it's gonna be blocked, and it's picked up. Fitzpatrick the only one, and he is going all the way. The Redskins now down 28-10. That's Landon Collins scooping it up for the score. What a turn of events as Dolphins had this game well in hand. Looking to add more points, put up 30 before halftime. But the Redskins special teams come up big. And that is halftime as Gruden's leading his Redskins back into the locker room. The Dolphins, 155 total yards and only 100 for the Redskins. 31-10 here. Rosen fakes the snap. Scouring the field. He goes right, and it's picked off. Ryan Kerrigan. And he's going the distance. Another pick six in this game. Good lordy. He telegraphed that throw. He had plenty of time. Just got to take a little bit more time. Good undercut by Kerrigan. And an easy 27-yard touchdown. Yeah, he saw it the whole way. He was baiting him. Gesicki kind of gave up after that. So the Redskins cut into the lead, 31-17. Case Keenum here, 2nd and 2. He's going to hand it off. It's a play action. He's going down the field, and it's picked off again. Minkah Fitzpatrick. Not sure what Case Keenum was staring at down there. Fitzpatrick was all over it. That is now his 3rd interception of the day. Brings his grand total up to 6 on the year. Oh, he never even saw Fitzpatrick. Reed was going across. Fitzpatrick, nice on the zone coverage. All right, 3rd and 8 for Keenum here. Trying to keep this from being picked off. Goes over the middle, and it's picked off again. Minkah Fitzpatrick, his 2nd. And that is now the 4th for Case Keenum. He does not know what's going on with the Dolphins' dead last defense. Very opportunistic. Oh, he wasn't open at all. He threw that into quadruple coverage. Keenum might be having some issues with the ball. I have no idea, but his decision-making needs to be a lot better. 1st and 10 here for Keenum, 34-17. Drops back to pass. Goes over right. That's Harris. Harris makes a move, and he's going to score. A missed tackle leads to a touchdown, and Maurice Harris, he's like 4th or 5th on the depth chart at receiver. He gets himself a touchdown. What a move here on Eric Rowe. And then nobody will catch him. And that's going to be his 1st touchdown of the season. And only his 11th catch of the year. But a big one gets them back into this game. Case Keenum here just down by 13. Dropping back, he's got time. He's going to his left, and it's picked off. And that's Xavier Howard. He was trying to fit it into a tight spot, and Howard just undercut it. That is his 5th of the day. Not looking good. Keenum self-handedly has blown this game for the Redskins. And that's going to end this game as the Dolphins end up putting it on the Redskins, even though the Redskins did try to come back. But that's just the way that the cookie crumbles there. Dolphins, 250 yards in offense, over 300 for the Redskins, but the 7 takeaways for the Dolphins is what really got them to this win. So Josh Rosen starts out at 1-0 as the starting quarterback. Taking a look at the team's stats. So really nothing to be excited about. Our offense only had 250 total yards, 108 rushing, 142 passing, 15 first downs, which is nice. It was really the turnovers. 6 for the Redskins, 1 for us. That's what ultimately led us to the victory. So quarterbacks, Keenum was atrocious. He threw 6 interceptions with a touchdown. Did throw for 256. Rosen actually didn't look bad with a 90.2 rating. 2 touchdowns, a pick, 196, 64 completion percentage. Rushing wise, Kalen Ballage, 21 of 81. He didn't quite make the 100-yard mark that he was trying for, so he ultimately will not be bumped up to star. Receiving wise, Albert Wilson with 6 catches, 60 yards. Jordan Reed, 6 of 61. Gesicki had 5 of 35 with a score. Chester Rogers had 4 of 37. Devontae Parker, 3 for 45. Can't get bad at that. Defensive wise, the tackles, Sean Dion Hamilton and Minkah Fitzpatrick both had 11, with Monte Nicholson having 10. Ryan Kerrigan had 9, and Rashad Jones had 9. TFL wise, a ton of them. Ioannidis, Hamilton, Kerrigan, Baker, Wilkins all had 2. Sacks wise, Jonathan Allen had 1.5. Kerrigan had 1.5. Fabian Moreau had 1. Deron Payne had 1. Ioannidis had 1. McGuavin had 1. Bostic had 1. Wilkins had 1. sacks all day. This was just a very sloppy game all the way around. Minka had 2 picks. Howard had a pick. Walt Aikens had a pick. Kerrigan had 1. Jerome Baker had 1. Rashad Jones had 1. So ultimately a sloppy victory as we won 37-26, but those 6 interceptions were amazing. We'll see you guys in game 2 against the Bills. Welcome to New Era Field in Buffalo, where we have the 2-3 Miami Dolphins versus the 0-5 Buffalo Bills, still searching for their very first win this year. They do have the second-year quarterback Josh Allen, and the Dolphins have the second start for their second-year guy in Josh Rosen, who is 1-0, as last week the Dolphins got the victory against the Redskins and picked off Case Keenum 6 times. Their defense did give up 300 yards, but again, when you take the ball away 7 times, that's going to go in. We're going to spotlight number 27, Kalen Ballage, who had 81 yards on 21 carries. No touchdowns, however, but really filling in for Kenyon Drake very, very well. Kenyon Drake should be back in a couple of weeks for the Fins, and we'll see what happens. So Josh Rosen gets his second start here as he is 1-0. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 196 yards. Not a bad performance, but hopefully he can lead the Fins offense here, which consists of pretty much nobody on the offensive line. They're a little bit weak there. They do have Parker, Gesicki, Ballage. And for the Bills defense, which is 14th ranked right now in the NFL, Ed Oliver on the line there, Tremaine Edmonds as the middle linebacker, and then Tre'Davious White over at the cornerback spot. Josh Allen looking to get his first win this season. 6 touchdowns, 8 picks, over 1,000 yards passing. Really needs to get the Bills offense going in the right direction. Hopefully they can get their first win. On the line, they got Dawkins, Long, Neski, with Beasley, Gore, Croft, and John Brown. Dolphins defense got Kemdiche and Wilkins on the ends, with Godshaw Jenkins in the middle. Aguavin, McMillan, Harris as the linebackers. And then Howard, Jones, Fitzpatrick, and Rowe as the secondary. So 2nd and 25 here for Allen. He's going to drop back. Looks to his right, and it's going to be picked off. Was he touched? Xavier Howard with his 2nd interception in many weeks. It's his 3rd on the season. He just undercut the route of Allen, staring down his receiver too much. That's going to be his 9th pick of the year. Xavier saw it the whole way. Allen, 3rd and 19 here. Down 6-0 to the Dolphins. He's looking deep. He's going deep. He's got a man. And that's going to be a touchdown. Wow. What a throw. His first career touchdown reception for McKenzie. They launched it on 3rd and 19, and he somehow got behind the defense. Rashad Jones back there in coverage in his zone. Wow, what a huge play as the Bills will take the 7-6 lead. Just a defensive mishap for the Dolphins. Rosen here on the 5, sends Hearns in motion. The snap. Drops back over the middle. What a move by Hearns. What happened? Touchdown. What just happened? He caught it, kind of took a step to his right, and the cornerback completely bit on it. Whoop. And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins, and Allen Hearns. What an interesting play. Allen here, 1st and 10, down 13-7. Play action over the middle. One-handed interception by Eric Rowe. Whoa, where did that come from? Allen just looked over to his right. It looked like it was a bit of an overthrow, and somehow Rowe reaches up with his right hand and makes the play. What an incredible interception by Eric Rowe. 4th and 10. They are punting. Had a little trouble with the snap, and it's blocked. He does pick it up, but he'll be tackled immediately. Another special teams blunder by the Dolphins. They had a field goal blocked last week. And again, something with the snaps is happening. He just couldn't quite get it away. So 2nd and goal here for Allen. He looks left, he fires, and it's picked off. Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. That's going to be 99 yards. The Dolphins are going to open up with a 20-7 lead. And the slow cap by Minkah, his 3rd interception of the season. Just telegraph that pass and Minkah cut underneath of it. If you guys are keeping track at home, that is 8 interceptions in 2 games by the Dolphins defense. Not sure why they thought that being dead last in the defense means that you're going to get 4 picks a game, but incredible. What a good read. Stays inbounds, and there is nobody behind him. And that's going to be halftime with the score 20-7 Miami. As ROSEN, again, having a good day, 140 yards passing so far. 3rd and 2 here for Allen, down 10 points. Over top, finds Croft, and that is a touchdown. He was able to fit it in a pretty decent window there. But he's got an arm like that. Never mind, he was wide open. He just stopped right on the goal line, turned around, touchdown. Allen here on 4th and goal, looking for a touchdown to take the 1-point lead. And he does. Touchdown, Buffalo on 4th and goal. Smith with the touchdown reception. What a tight window that Allen just put that. He put it right over Charles Harris's head. Smith makes the catch, carries it through on the contact from McMillan. Sanders here for the field goal, and it's good. 26-24 Miami with 1 minute remaining. Can the Dolphins squeak out another win here right after their bye week? Can they go 2-0? This team is playing hard. Josh Allen with 28 seconds left. He drops back to pass. He sees somebody open, and it's Beasley, and it's caught. And now 3rd and 10. They're going to take the field goal, and it's up and good. And the Bills will take a 1-point lead with 5 seconds remaining off the field goal by Steven Hauschka. And that's going to end the game. The Dolphins are going to lose a heartbreaking game here, as they were pretty much in control of the entire game. Ended up just putting it out of reach in the fourth quarter. They had the opportunity to seal it, could not do it. Ended up getting a field goal with a minute left. The defense could not hold, and Hauschka hit a long field goal to get this victory. The Bills, their first victory of the year. Looking at the team stats, a very disappointing loss for the Dolphins. They ended up leading the whole game. The Bills end up come down, score on the very last drive to get the victory. Pretty much their offense, 413 to 307. Our defense just could not stop them. And we got 3 turnovers and they got 0. We just weren't able to punch in the football for touchdowns. We were settling for way too many field goals. Player stat wise, Josh Allen with a 101.9. He was 28 of 36. 3 touchdowns, but he did have those 3 interceptions. Josh Rosen was a 109.1. 30 out of 38. 307 yards, 1 touchdown. Couldn't really convert, but right now he is cementing himself as our starter. Rushing wise, Balaj had nothing on the ground, 16 of 32. Frank Gore had 13 for 52, so not much going on the ground for either team. Receiving wise, Gesicki actually had the most catches. He was 11 for 137. Cole Beasley had 10 for 137. Nick O'Leary had 6 for 66. The touchdowns went to Tyler Croft, Isaiah McKenzie, and Alan Hearns. Defensively, the tackles, Matt Milano had 14 with 2 TFLs. Jerome Baker had 11 for 1. Tremaine Edwards had 8. Bobby McCann and Rashad Jones both had 7. The TFLs, we already have Milano there. Baker had 1. Maurice Alexander had 1. Ed Oliver, Godshaw, Akins, Hughes, Alexander, Teron Johnson. Sacks wise, Ed Oliver did have 3. Charles Harris had 2. McCain and Benny Logan had 1. Our picks came from Minkah Fitzpatrick, which was a 99-yard touchdown, which was awesome. Eric Rowe had 1, and so did Xavier Howard. So a disappointing loss for the Dolphins last week. We now have the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night. They are 3-3. We are 2-4. Let's jump into the game. Welcome to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the 2-4 Miami Dolphins are visiting the 3-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. We're here on Monday night, prime time action here, as both teams are struggling a bit. The Steelers have high aspirations of playoffs. They're at 500. The Dolphins rebuilding. They do have 2 wins, which some people think that that's a victory. So we'll have to see how this game plays out as we watch Big Ben Roethlisberger come out of the tunnel here on Monday night. Just a big, burly man, always getting the victories. We are going to spot shadow Juju Smith-Schuster, number 19 wide receiver. This man had 2 touchdowns on 10 catches, 79 yards last week in the win. The Pittsburgh Steelers are coming for the playoffs. Mike Tomlin, their head coach, he knows how to really keep the team together. Josh Rosen, his 3rd start in a Miami uniform. Let's get ready for kickoff. So Rosen getting his 3rd start of the year. He is 1-1, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 500 yards. Looking really strong so far for the young man as he leads this offense. The offense, they got Kilgore Davis on the line, and then Albert Wilson, Devontae Parker, Balaj, and Gesicki. The Steelers defense, they have Hayward, Tuitt, Hargrave on the line. TJ Watt, Devin Bush, Bud Dupree as the linebackers. And Hayden, Edmonds, Davis, and Hilton as the secondary. As Big Ben comes running out, he's 11 touchdowns, 1 pick, 1,500 yards. Actually having an MVP type season if he can get some more wins. He just needs the team to come together. The line here, they got Pouncey, Okarifor, and Villanueva with Smith-Schuster, Connor, McDonald, and Moncrief. The Dolphins defense, they do have Godshaw, Kemdiche, Aguava McMillan Harris as the linebackers. And then Howard, Jones, Fitzpatrick, and Rowe in the secondary. So 1st and 10 here for Rosen. He drops back, goes right. It bounces off the helmet, and it's picked off. And he's got nothing in front of him. That is a pick 6 touchdown. What just happened there? Did Rosen just throw it too early? It looked like Wilson was looking at the ball, and it hit him right in the helmet. That is Rosen's 2nd interception of the season, but not his fault at all, as Wilson just never got his hands up and took the football right to the helmet as it bounces into the Steelers defense, and that's a pick 6. 7-0 Pittsburgh. So 10-0 Pittsburgh here. Rosen going to hand off to Ballage, a spin move, and he's in. Touchdown. Kalen Ballage with the 5-yard score. That's going to bring them back to 10-7. Nice little spin move there to end up getting into the end zone. Good blocking by the offensive line. To it, just not quite strong enough. And that's actually halftime. A very uneventful half so far, as the score is 10-10. Both teams just a little bit over 100 total yards. Big Ben here on 2nd and 5. Takes the snap, hands off, shakes one tackle. That's Samuels, and the move, and he is in. Touchdown. He could have been stopped in the backfield, slipped one tackle, juked 2 Dolphins out of their shoes, and into the end zone he goes. Good spot here. Oh, what a move. Actually, might have juked out 3 of them. Jalen Samuels. Beautifully done. And that's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Fourth and 8 here. And the punt. Jakeem Grant's back. He's got space. He's going to make one move. Oh, fumble. It is picked up, and there is nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jakeem Grant, usually a reliable returner. Rosen here trying to bring him back. 24-13. Drops back over to the right side, and it's picked off. And that's Hayden's 2nd interception of the game. Not sure if that was a bad pass or just a wrong read by Rosen. Kind of looked like he was forcing the issue there a little bit. And he surely was, as Grant was going down the field. Hayden undercut it and picked it off. Hayden, one of the best corners in the league, and he's showing why. And that's the end of the game, as the Dolphins could not really get any offense going. Their special teams, they gave up a pick 6. They gave up a fumble return on a punt return. And that pretty much just put the biscuit in the basket, as they had 4 takeaways, 214 yards, but 274 yards passing for Rosen. So it wasn't a complete ugly game, but really no offense for this game. Looking at the stats, it's just a shame that the Dolphins really had to lose this. They had 344 total offense. Rosen did end up throwing 3 picks, 1 off the helmet of Albert Wilson, and also had 1 late in the game trying to go all the way down the field for the Hail Mary. So he really only had 1 ugly pass, but the turnovers is what really got this game to the score of 24-13. Just 214 yards of total offense for the Steelers. So they should really look into that. Player stats, Rosen with a 64.2, no touchdowns, 3 picks, but 321 yards. Not terrible, but he definitely needs to improve that for sure. Ben Roethlisberger, 97.5, 77% completion. Only 133 yards for the old man. No touchdowns, no turnovers, however. Rushing-wise, Ballage had 71 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Samuels had 71 yards with the touchdown as well. Receiving wise, Gesicki had 11 catches for 112 yards, no touchdowns. Nick O'Leary, 5 of 71. No touchdowns again, however, that kind of seems, but that's back-to-back good games for him. Smith-Schuster had 4 for 52. Balaj 3 for 9. Hearns 3 for 44. Parker 3 for 57. Vance McDonald 3 for 33. Defensive-wise, for the tackles, Terrell Edmonds had 13, 2 TFLs. Eric Rowe had 12 tackles, 9 and 1 for Jerome Maker, 8 and 1 for Barron, 8 and 1 for Davis. Mike Hilton, 7 with 2 TFLs. Minka Fitzpatrick had 7. Devin Bush had 7 with 2. Sacks-wise, Cameron Hayward had 3, which absolutely killed the offensive momentum. Dupree had 2. Wilkins had 1. Tuitt had 1. Guavin had 1, and Raekwon McMillan had 1 as well. 2 picks for Joe Hayden, 1 for a touchdown, and Justin Lane. Albert Wilson with an upgrade here. Physical is actually our scheme fit, but I think with him, we're going to continuously do slot and actually deep threat. So I'm actually going to do deep threat for his upgrade. He's now at 80 overall. We got awareness, catching, deep route, medium route. That's beautiful. Keep it going, Albert Wilson. Christian Wilkins also gets a upgrade here. We are going to actually do power rusher because I do want to see his rushing a little bit improved. He's actually an N for us right now. Run stopper is probably going to be where he's going to stay because he's going to be filling up the gaps as a defensive tackle. He is now up to a 76 with +1 awareness, +2 power moves. Love it. Avery Moss, one of our depth guys at end. So we're actually just going to put into power rush here. He's going to stick at a 67 with +2 power moves, +1 strength. And then Tabor Pepper, who is actually our long snapper. So we're just going to put this into scheme fit. Why not? Look at all those upgrades for my man. He's now a strong 39 overall. Kalen Balaj, which we are going to give him more of a elusive back since he's still a scheme fit. We want to keep him there before we go to power back or receiving back. See what we get. We get +1 ball carrier vision, elusiveness, juke, spin move. Very nice. Trent Harris also gets one as well. We're going to put him into run stopper since that is our scheme. So we're going to get close to getting him pretty much a scheme fit and get him some extra XP. +3 to block shedding is pretty nice. Minka got 2 and he actually improved his development by superstar, which is awesome. We're going to hit him with 1 hybrid at least, which is going to give him some man coverage, press, strength, and 3 to tackle, which is great. And for the second one, we are going to do hybrid again, keep him as a scheme fit. And he's going to get awareness, man, press, pursuit, and 2 more tackle. Kicker Jason Sanders gets 1. We are going to actually put it into accuracy. I want to have these kind of the same, but he's 74 overall now. And he got +3 awareness, so that doesn't really do much. Charles Harris as the outside linebacker. He's actually a speed rusher. The power rush is actually the scheme fit, but that is way down there. We are going to actually go into power rusher though. 70 overall. He's got +1 play rec, 2 power moves, nice. Vince Beagle as well. He will be getting a field general update. He is now up to 63 overall, +2 in man, 1 zone, 1 tackle. Not too bad so far. We ended the episode 1-2. 1 loss to the Bills being in the last seconds on a field goal, and then getting pretty much soundly beat by the Steelers, even though our defense stepped up. I do think that we're going to end up actually only doing 2 games per episode, so I can kind of give you guys some updates on the scouting of college players and any players that I'm ready to negotiate with, and maybe we'll do it that way. We'll see how it kind of runs, but next episode we definitely have the Jets and then the Colts in week 10, so we'll see what we can do. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and as always, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next episode. D.Knight out.
They thought it was a game till I came back with that win over time. I've been working, now I'm back at it again. Now we finished what you thought that was the end, man. We been putting in work. You can clap your boy back in, cause it's game time.